It's Saturday and it's 5:30 in the morning, and here's our sleeping baby getting ready for her big trip. Today we're heading out to Los Angeles, well, Hollywood to be exact, to Universal Studios. It's our nephew's 7th birthday, and he's been wanting to go to Super Nintendo World for a very long time. We're finally making his little wish come true. We live about an hour and a half away from Universal Studios, and we decided that we wanted to do the early access pass for Super Nintendo World.
And proceed through the metal detector when directed by the security team. Don't forget to collect your items once you pass through the metal detector, and enjoy your visit.
That's the one in that little kid's sister. I know, but that's the kid's.
Look how rad this all is. Oh my god, haven't been here.
So I'm not exactly sure how much the early access pass was to add on. I believe it was around $30, $35 for the ticket. But here we are just working our way over to Super Nintendo Land. And as you can see, there's not very many people here just yet. So we're getting in before the crowds just come rushing in. My nephews are so excited to be here because this is their very first trip to Universal Studios. And my husband and I are excited as well because we haven't been back since 2021. Here's the Fast and the Furious ride, and we cannot wait to ride it this summer.
We'll go in there too. We have all day, guys. Simpsons.
And they have a store, like in the movie. And look at the ice cream shop too, look at.
I know. That's so cool.
Look at Rusty. And the tree guys, look at.
These are the 7 Duffs.
Oh! Rusty Land!
Krusty Land, my dude. Gonna be stopping off at Moe's for a beer later today. To the left. To the left.
Oh, okay. Fast and Furious. What's the best way to do this?
Just an FYI, if you have a stroller, make sure you take your baby out, hold your child, and then put your stroller onto the escalator so that you can all go down together. That's the fastest and easiest way to get from the top level down to the lower level. There's about 4 escalators that you have to do this with.
Well, I've never seen Mario World like completed. Oh, look, another Starbucks? Heck yeah.
I see the coins. I see the coins. Oh, wow.
This Panda Express has been here since...
We finally made it to Super Nintendo World. Careful of the banana peels.
Safety codes of banana peel.
Start right here. Look, now Bowser's food cart challenge. There you go.
Here we are at our first ride of the day, which is Mario Kart's Bowser's Challenge. And we're going to go and use the rider swap option that they have for parents. So basically, you can go in with your party, with your baby, and your husband, wife, partner, whoever can ride the ride. And then at the very end, you're waiting and you can swap out each parent so that you guys both get a chance to ride.
Oh, this is so cool. Peach, you're so cool.
Just tell me there's a giant Bowser here.
Oh, these are all the trophies for all the cups. Look at all this stuff. The second place banana. Party games for friends and enemies. It's hard to contain myself right now. Bullet bills.
Don't point that at me.
Don't do that unless you plan to kill me, man.
That ride was so much fun, and because we got that early access pass, my nephew was able to ride it at least 3 times. Unfortunately, the cafe here was all booked up, so we had to go and get some Mario snacks outside of this land. But it ended up working out.
Super Mario Galaxy where you swap.
Ooh. Oh, I like this. This button up. That's cool. Oh, you got water bottles too? Well, you know, there's a bunch of rides at Disneyland you haven't even tried yet either.
Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Dog.
Okay, so we rode Jurassic Park, Transformers, and The Mummy, and now we're done with the lower level, and it's time to work our way back upstairs. Not gonna lie, it's pretty terrifying going up an escalator with a baby in arms, so if your child is okay with wearing one of the mom cozy, baby carrier type things, I would definitely recommend putting your baby inside of that while you go up the escalators. It just makes you feel a lot more secure, and I really liked having that heading back up. And here we are just hanging out and browsing at the Quickie Mart.
Sorry. Oh no, it's okay. Oh, they got Maggie Simpson.
Let's go that way because there's a...
Hot.
Whenever. We're doing that show first, then we'll come back.
Hey, look at this guy.
Can I sit down?
No, you can't sit down here, bud. Yes.
There's no names on this one. Are you serious? There's no. JJ.
Alright, you know what time it is. It's time for the Simpsons ride.
Advise not to ride this attraction. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy your visit to Krusty Land.
We're gonna go on that.
Yeah, come on.
No one's having
Hey, it's me, Krusty! Congratulations, the line's almost over. Only 45 more minutes. Just kidding. I have no idea how much longer it is. So here to entertain you are Itchy and Scratchy.
Hey, those are just two drunks you fished out of the gutter.
The reactor is
the elevator.
Yes, we're in an elevator.
The elevator going all the way up.
I don't know.
Now, if a human being were to enter that room, who knows what events might occur?
The Simpsons ride is always so much fun, and it was so cool to see my nephews on there for the very first time. I know they had a blast. Now, it's on to the studio tour. As you may or may not know, my daughter is 4 months old, and online I read it wasn't recommended to bring an infant that young onto the studio tour, even though they are allowed to ride with you. My daughter had been so calm and excited for the entire day, and I felt like she would be fine coming on board with us. I'm thankful I followed my gut on that choice because she had a great time. She was looking at everything and interested in the sights and sounds, though I covered her ears whenever it felt like it might be a little bit too loud for her. She had a smile on the entire ride.
Photography while on board the tram, and with all of that out of the way, we are now leaving the theme park behind. We're heading down to the movie studio, but on our way, there's a couple of things to look at. Over to your left-hand side, you will see part of our newest addition to the theme park, the Fast and the Furious Hollywood Drift that opened in just a few months' time. And over to your right-hand side, you're going to see this set of movie posters with dates and the Universal logo on top. You can actually see how that logo has evolved over the years, because we here at Universal Studios City Hollywood, we've been making movies and movie-making magic for well over a century at this point. Now, speaking of which, in over a century of operation, a lot of things have changed. While these studios started off as just about 150 acres of land, it wasn't purely a movie studio either. We were also part chicken ranch, and our founder, Carl Lemley, he's the guy on screen with the bowler hat and the bow tie, he invited you folks, the public, into the movie studio to see how silent films were made. Now, in those days, the lot looked a little bit different.
Here she is playing with my mom's fingernails. She loves to play with my mom's acrylics.
It's where we're heading next, to the Universal Studios front lawn. And this is where the majority of our sound stages oldest warehouse-like spaces that we call sound stages. Now these environments are customized by the hard-working crew members that you might even see driving around today on a Saturday. We are working constantly round the clock 7 days. St. Dennis Medical, the TV series, films in the building to your left-hand side, soundstage number 26. But this goes for all productions. The rest of the filming happens elsewhere in the world. For St. Dennis Medical, the rest of that TV show filming happens just here to your right-hand side on the metropolitan sets. I'd like to welcome you to our first neighborhood that we're getting to see up close and personal. This brick business building with all the big glass windows, that's the hospital front, the facade, the face of the building used for St. Dennis Medical. And across the way, we have the Brownstone Street apartments, featured in TV shows like The Mindy Project and even movies like Bruce Almighty. But the most important thing to keep in mind about all of these buildings is that they are not real. These are not real buildings. These are what we call shell sets and facades here in the industry. And these facades don't really have a lot going on the inside. Take a look to your screen to get an idea of what I mean. Right about here, this is what most of these buildings look like in reality. And while these buildings may be fake, they still have quite their reputation. Coming up here to the left-hand side is arguably one of the most famous fake buildings on the Universal Studios backlot. Welcome to Courthouse Square. Now, you may know this area as Hill Valley, California, and Back to the Future Parts 1 and 2. As some of you might notice, there's a few key differences between the building that you see on screen versus what is over in the background. Here to show you exactly what I mean is my co-host, Jimmy Fallon.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York! I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Folks got mugged over there. An old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York.
Alright folks, it looks like we're making our final approach towards Skull Bridge. The tram itself used to drive across it. Hydraulic effects would allow the tram to drop several feet with barely any warning. And on top of it, the old runaway train, which used to be stationed in our western sets, the train would seem to lose control and then barrel towards the audience, stopping a mere few feet away. Now I want to talk to my friends in car number 3, with the little guy on the edge of the tram. We're gonna move that little guy away from the edge of the tram towards the seats in the center of the aisle. Again, it does get a little bit bumpy out here on Skull Island, so we want to make sure that everybody is safe and comfortable. All right. As the darkness begins to encroach, as we head deeper and deeper off the beaten path. Well, I've heard the wildlife of Skull Island can get a little bit aggressive, so just one final safety reminder: please no standing, please no flash photography, please secure your personal belongings. If you drop them on Skull Island, they are very hard to retrieve. And finally, brace yourselves as we return.
And for me, it started with getting stuff from the street illegally, tagging billboards and dumpsters. And without that, I never would be here using spray paint like this.
You want to check out more of Tristan Eaton's work, you can check him out at Chop 'Em Down Films, or you can see one of his newest murals in the theme park on the side of the Fast and the Furious Hollywood Drift. We're also celebrating 40 years of Robert Zemeckis' first Back to the Future movie. We've got some replicas of the Lion Estate gates to your right-hand side. We've also got the underwater tank, which holds about 50,000 gallons. Have these plates in front of a live studio audience. Let's take a look behind the scenes with Reba herself.
Hey there, I'm Reba McIntyre, and welcome to Happy's Place. We shoot our heartfelt comedy right here on Universal Live. Now, unlike most TV shows, we are a multi-camera sitcom, meaning several cameras capture every scene from a
Manage the graffiti over to your right-hand side as we enter. By changing out brochures and posters, we can make this be a subway station anywhere in the world. Another thing that's cool to note is all the different stations that are set up to your left-hand side. Producers' chairs, art directors' chairs, cinematographers. We've also got a couple of chairs for hair, makeup. We've got a little wardrobe station, and of course, the most important chair, the two most important chairs. We've got our camera operator's seat, and we've got the director's chair, directly across from where we are set to film. The only thing that's missing from this sound stage is the cast and crew to get back in their positions. Everybody gets lined up and ready to go. The director sits down, grabs the megaphone, calls action, and then the scene is ready to begin. Hello? Okay, everybody, hold on tight! It's sea life. And I will tell you, the sea life can get a little bit aggressive. In fact, they like to sink their teeth into something. But thankfully they like prey it's a little more bite-sized. We should be totally safe here in our large metal tram. However, I cannot say the same for our diver out there in the water. And it's such a shame too. He was so excited about this once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's a shame no one defined what once-in-a-lifetime meant. I gotta try and help him. George! George, swim! Oh!
Keep your phone in, Uncle
Well, they
Joe.
can't say we didn't try, folks. Alright, okay. We may not be able to do a lot for George, now may he rest in many, many pieces, but what we can do is save ourselves and preserve his memory. We can hide behind these very same barrels of gasoline. Absolutely nothing could go wrong. Everything out there is big, it's bloodthirsty, and it is not getting through this dock.
That's burning me.
However, the real cabin crew wrote she wrote starring Angela Lansbury. You may have also seen this set in the background of Joe's like lovely key of thunder. Speakers surrounding us, so lightning and there's that thunder. Finally, on the rooftops of buildings surrounding us, we've got some visitors over here too, folks. We've got some visitors to our lot as well. From Warner Brothers lot, we have the Ford Anglia from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. The Fast and the Furious saga is well represented here, as well as the Flintstones. And one more visitor to our lot today is that yellow and black Camaro. Because if you'll notice, Mother Bates is still home in her rocking chair nearly 70 years later. A stage disaster. Welcome to the sets of War of the Worlds, directed in 2005 by Steven Spielberg and designed by production designer Rick Carter. What you see around me is a real 747 airplane that was dismantled and transported all the way here to the Mojave Desert. Here to take you behind the scenes are the men themselves, starting with production designer Rick Carter.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example.
Ruth Young, you might have seen her work in the Best Picture Award winner Oppenheimer. But without any further ado, here to guide us through Jupiter's Claim is director Jordan Peele.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible mission and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Jupiter Park. Over there, look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Share. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? What? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of Gold Rush Frontier.
It's butterbeer season at Universal Studios right now, so I had to make sure I got myself a cold butterbeer. Bringing a 4-month-old to Universal Studios actually ended up being a really good time. We tried to put her on Kung Fu Panda, but she was not having it, and the biggest reason why was because my daughter does not like the dark. So, did well on the studio movie tour, did well just hanging out at the park and keeping up with everyone. And like I said earlier, she won't remember this visit, but her dad and I sure will, and we had a great time. We took a chance with bringing our infant daughter out, and it was a great celebration for my nephew, and it was just really nice to be with family. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about, is just getting together and spending time with the people that you love. Thanks for watching.